Today, we're gonna look at how nature makes glass. Like proper glass, like actual glass. So there's a few ways that nature does that, and we're gonna look at two of them. The first one is diatoms, and the second one is Venus's flower basket. Both of these organic beings are found underwater. So the first one, diatoms, they're microalgae, so they're tiny microscopic algae that are part of the phytoplankton of the oceans, and so they're found in most bodies of water on the earth. And they're responsible for 20 to 50% of the photosynthesis that happens on Earth every year. So they're a large portion, almost half. So these are plants, they're not animals. They move thanks to the water current and the wind that causes water turbulence. But otherwise they're plants, they don't move on their own. They're unicellular, so they have one cell and they connect together and create like these colonies of diatoms. And basically they have these outer shells that are called frustals. And these frustals are made of silica, so glass. They make this shell using the water and the silicon. They only use room temperature and water to create glass shells. Whereas humans, to make glass, we take sand and burn it upwards from 1,000 degrees Celsius in order to create glass. So this bottle was made that way. But these beings, these diatoms, they create their shells without any excess heat in natural conditions. The shell is multifunctional, which is the case for many things in nature. It's something that we don't do as humans and that I'm hoping to push for in my design career. The surface of the diatom shell is porous, and we have different uses actually in human industries. So we use it as filters for beer and wine, for example, which is pretty cool. And now we've started to look at its applications with the glass-making portion, and we've been able to reproduce that in labs, and we've been able to make glass out of room temperature underwater. And it's basically through a polymerization, so it's kind of the same process as when we do plastics, but instead of having a plastic at the end, you have glass in water, which is pretty damn cool. And so you can imagine all the different applications that this could have in human industries. Now we're going to look at Venus's flower basket, our second organism that produces a skeleton made out of silica or glass. It's basically a sea sponge that kind of looks like a cone shape. The glass is basically long strands of glass, kind of like hairs. The skeleton of the sponge also has the same properties as glass, so it's really glass as you're imagining it, with just long strands of it. And it also acts like a fiber optic cable, but just much better, and it doesn't need plastic, it's glass. So it might be an application for us. Anyway, that was all I wanted to say about how nature makes glass. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, stick around for more, and I'll see you later.